It's TheGearTester here, and in this video I'm going to show you the modifications I'm making to my Maxpedition C.M.C wallet. This is a great wallet. It's got a lot of capabilities, it's got a lot of great pockets, but it's a little bulky, and so I'm going to be removing this back pocket here. It's like a little coin pocket, or other little items can go in it. I'm going to remove that and remove the zipper here to thin down the overall size of the wallet, and because I just am never going to use that feature. I'm also going to be removing this little elastic strap or elastic band here that allows you to put coins and different things in it. The reason for that is I'm not going to use it. You can't put things through some very tiny little items to put in there anyway. And if there's something that small, I'm going to put it in this internal zippered compartment where I'm less likely to have it fall out or drop out, whether that's in my pocket or as I use my wallet. So this is going to be a little step-by-step process that I go through. The first thing I'm going to do here is start removing the stitches here on the back internal portion of the zipper here. And I'm going to make sure to not remove the stitches that actually hold the wallet together. That would be an important point. So I'm going to remove those stitches and then cut it here. Cut the fabric out, okay, and remove it fully. So I have decided to do a good portion of this video here in fast forward because I don't want to take up all of your time. But you can see I'm working on clipping the zipper here with a pair of pliers, and then just making sure that that little pouch is open. I'm being very careful as I make these cuts here. And this was actually one of the easier parts of this modification, is just cutting down the sides there. I'm burning off some of the little threads that are left over. You can see here I am slowing down, being very careful with the seam ripper to just make sure that I'm getting the maximum number of threads popped there. And then I started to worry that potentially right here I had messed the wallet up, and that it was actually two pieces that had been sewn together, and that in the process of ripping that seam out to get the back portion of the pocket off, or the bottom portion of the pocket off here, that I had ruined the wallet. And so I'm having a little freak out here, trying to understand what I've done, but I had to keep going. There's nothing else to do. So you can see here I decided to cut it along the bottom rather than just seam ripping it and then cutting those portions, because again I wasn't sure whether what was happening here was whether I'd ruined the wallet or whether there was still an option to save it. And then you can see I realized, hey, not a problem, just needed to make sure those seams were ripped, and then just bring my knife in here. I use my knife here to just finish removing this little strap of almost webbing. It's a little different material than the fabric. I'm using my Knives of Alaska Cub Bear. That's a D2 knife that's primarily designed for skinning game, but it was razor sharp and did an excellent job on this Maxpedition fabric. So I'm actually very, very happy with that knife. You can see here I'm just trying to clean out the threads, and I spent more time cleaning the threads than you're seeing on this portion of the video. I then burned those little bits of threads that were still connected or that I couldn't get off. Now I'm going to be removing this elastic portion here that's for SD cards or change or any number of things. And this was a simple process as well. You needed to spend a little more time because there were just a lot more threads that needed to be ripped. It was doubled over. Maxpedition does an excellent job. You can see I brought the knife in to just kind of clean some things up or get some things that were being a little bit hard to get with the seam ripper. But I mean, this is a very simple project. It took me, I think, a total of about 15 minutes to get this whole project worked on. And then you can see there again, I got to cut along the edges there and remove the material that you can see there. And that little elastic band is now gone. So here is the finished product. And it's always instructive to take a product you like apart. And thankfully, because the Maxpedition wallet here only cost $20, it was something I was willing to risk. You know, if this had been a more expensive product, I might not have done this. But it worked out very well. Okay, I was able to remove that back pocket, which is right here, very easily. Just unstitched it and then cut it and took it off. I freaked out a little bit. may have already mentioned this, but I freaked out a little bit because I was unsure when I hit this portion down here whether or not there were two pieces of fabric. And so I thought, oh my goodness, I've ruined the wallet. But I had not. It was one monolithic piece. So I'm glad about that. There on the back, that was simple, and it has really slimmed the wallet down. I mean, I can tell you, I can tell a difference right now as I feel it. With this thing being the way it was sewn here with like a little flare or a little vent there, it really was actually like a double thickness, even though it's just one little thin piece of fabric. This elastic thing came off relatively easy as well. And again, I just cut those threads, you guys saw me do it, and then removed it. And you know, I'm actually more impressed now with Maxpedition, 15 minutes after I started this project, than I was before. The stitching that they do and the fabric and stuff they're using is just really high quality. There are some little holes, you can see right there. There are some little pinprick holes. I didn't cut those. Those are just the holes where the stitching went through for that little bit of elastic there. And then there are some holes here on the back, but nothing that makes this wallet unusable, and it is surprisingly thinner. I'm really impressed. Maxpedition, this little wallet from Maxpedition has made me a believer in the quality of their stitching, and you know, I have complained a little bit about this wrinkly or, I don't know, crackly fabric, but it's very durable. I nicked it a couple times with this little cupbearer knife from Knives of Alaska, and because I didn't press all the way through, it proved very durable. And so I actually learned two good things. I haven't used this knife very much on wild game, but it did do a great job of field dressing this Maxpedition wallet, and so I'm actually very impressed with it. It has a razor sharp edge. I've maintained a good edge on it, but it came with a razor sharp edge, and it's just a great little knife for doing projects like this. Who would have known? So really impressed with that, and also just extremely impressed with Maxpedition, the quality of this product as I took it apart here. You know, I had to work really hard with this little seam ripper to actually get it, the wallet, the portions of the wallet that come off that I wanted to, and that tells me that regular wear and tear on this wallet, it's going to last you a very, very long time. If you liked this video, if you found it interesting, useful, helpful, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel for more quality video reviews on the topics of shooting, camping, and survival gear. This is the Gear Tester signing off. It's the Gear Tester here, and in this video I'm going to show you the modifications I'm making to my Maxpedition C.M.C wallet. This is a great wallet. It's got a lot of capabilities. It's got a lot of great pockets, but it's a little bulky, and so I'm going to be removing this back pocket here. It's like a little coin pocket, or other little items can go in it. I'm going to remove that and remove the zipper here to thin down the overall size of the wallet, and because I just am never going to use that feature. I'm also going to be removing this little elastic strap or elastic band here that allows you to put coins